Among the other topics that the people on the bus apparently had no idea about was they watched a pedestrian step out in front of a car. Like, the light was obviously green, the car was obviously in the right of way. This guy stepped out there, and they were divided for a moment about who was at fault before they decided that the pedestrian didn't need to pay attention to their own personal safety. That the pedestrian, even though the hand sign said don't walk, even though the light was clearly red for them, that they didn't have to follow the rules for entering a roadway where, you know, 1.5 tons of steel frequently flies by at better than 25 or 30 miles an hour. I don't think anybody understands, really. The difference between a pedestrian and a vehicle is that if a pedestrian gets hit by a car, the pedestrian is probably going to die. If a car gets hit by a pedestrian, I might have to replace my hood. Maybe. I, of course, spoke up because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut in situations like that, and pointed out that, according to the law, a pedestrian only has the right-of-way at all times on a sidewalk. Period. And then I found that they didn't understand the way the rules actually worked after that. The way a crosswalk works, when you're in a crosswalk and you're crossing a street, you have the right-of-way on the half of the roadway you occupy, which means from the curb to the middle of the roadway, and from the middle of the roadway to the curb. You get the right-of-way to that point, and then it switches to go the other direction, because once you are cleared of the roadway, you no longer have the right-of-way. The cars do again, because it's a fucking roadway. It boggled their fucking mind. They couldn't grasp that the law did not support them. And that's how a lot of fucking humans are. A lot of them. They really do not grasp that they aren't special. And these creatures, they want there to be rules. There needs to be rules. They just don't want them to apply to them most of the time. They want to be able to negotiate their way out of a situation, you know, because the rules matter for other people. They're already forgetting things on the orders. All right, well, I gotta call these people. So, back in a bit.